Hey guys, how's it going? It's 8-Bit Eric. This is some news from yesterday. Now, GameStop, everybody's favorite video game store or favorite game store to hate. Depends which side of the spectrum you are in regards to GameStop. Made some big waves yesterday. So we have been keeping up somewhat on top of GameStop news this past year. We all know that the pandemic hit GameStop very hard, actually. They've had to close stores. They've had to have stores at the initial point of the pandemic where they were not even open because they were considered not essential, but then somehow they got around it and they were able to do curbside, and then now they're opening up. Some stores have limited amount of people allowed inside, but they have managed to kind of survive on what is essentially looked at as their deathbed. So there's been hundreds of stores closing nationwide. I think they even just announced recently they were going to be closing more. Then they had Reggie Fils-Aimé jump on board. The founder of Chewy is on board as well, which this story does involve him. He actually called them out not too long ago. We made a video on the channel where he was basically pissed and calling out GameStop and saying they needed to make some serious changes. And they have. On a positive note, Microsoft and GameStop started a partnership that Microsoft is going to be looking into changing their e-commerce infrastructure and other things. On top of that, GameStop is promoting Xbox products in the front of the store. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but GameStops have rearranged everything inside of the stores to where Microsoft is right in the front. So Xbox, Xbox, Xbox. So there's been a lot of definite changes. On top of that, with the Chewy founder, which his name escapes me, but it's in this article we're about to read, is calling for a lot of these changes. So here we go. They signed a new deal with this investor from Chewy, and it's going to basically do a refreshing of the board to focus on e-commerce, which this is the digital age. A lot of stuff is done through the e-commerce. So we're going to read this. I think this is a big move from them because they've been going up and down for the last couple of years. This company will not die. Say what you want about them. I personally like GameStop. I enjoy my GameStop that I go to. I think it's hit or miss depending on which location you're at. But either way, let's read this. So this says, GameStop Corp signed an agreement with investor Ryan Cohen. So this is Ryan Cohen. His RC Ventures LLC on Monday, appointing the Chewy.com founder and two other e-commerce veterans to its board as the ailing video game retailer doubles down on digital sales. So this is a move that he called for, and it looks like they're doing it. It looks like GameStop is meaning some serious business. This has huge implications on what's going on with them. So shares of GameStop, in which RC Ventures hold a 13% stake, were up 8% in pre-market trading. So their shares are going up now as a result of this. I remember these were like $4 probably about 9 months ago. So shares of GameStop. So RC Ventures in November urged the world's largest video game retailer, hit by growing digital downloads of console games and intense competition, to conduct a strategic review of its business and focus on digital sales. So this is a thing that I think GameStop can do. And this was part of the video that I talked about where they urged GameStop to start focusing on digital downloads, and now it looks like they're going to do that. So Alan Attal and Jim Grube will be the other directors on GameStop's board, the company said. So huge news right here. Now again, digital is the way that things are going. We might not like it. As people who collect physical media, you can see all the physical media I have back there. We like our physical games, but times are changing, unfortunately, and for stuff like GameStop to compete against Amazon, against Epic, against Steam, where there's different viable alternatives to picking up games, you have to start focusing on e-commerce. So digital download codes, maybe we're going to see GameStop focusing a lot more on that. I know if you go to their website, you can see that you can buy digital versions of games. Maybe they can cut an exclusive deal for certain digital editions. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff they can do that I don't necessarily agree with, but there's stuff that can be amended and changed for them to adapt to the situation. They're fighting to stay afloat, so I'm not going to give up hope. I personally don't want GameStop to die. I know in my live chat, when the talk comes up of GameStop, a lot of people are just kind of like pounding GameStop into the ground. tearing them a new butthole, saying they don't care if GameStop lives. To me, it would be a very bad thing for the industry if GameStop was to disappear. Say what you want to say about some of their business practices and some of the shadiness that they give. You got to remember there's real people that work for them that need these jobs, and I believe the direction of the game industry would be changed forever if they were to be gone. So I personally want them to stick around. So hopefully these changes that they make will help them adapt. Hopefully their e-commerce strategy will become a huge hit that they could build up on, and maybe this will turn out for the best. Maybe things will change. It looks like Ryan Cohen wants a lot of change from how they present themselves and how they work business-wise, so maybe he could turn the ship around. And I don't know how active Reggie is anymore. You never really hear anything about Reggie Fils-Aimé in regards to GameStop anymore, so that's very curious too. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, guys. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks a lot for watching, as always. Peace out.